Now we can attack out and do big damage with all of our bats. We'll also get lifelink and get more counters. Things are going great. Yes! They surrender. I love a good combo deck, and I think most people don't know how strong bats are right now. So we're just going to keep giving this a shot and seeing how far we can go. All right, let's check out this bat deck for standard. I am all in on trying to get the bat decks to work. Obviously, we have Zoraline, Cosmos Collar as the frontliner for the deck. Whenever a bat we control attacks, we gain life. And whenever Zoraline enters or attacks, we can pay a white and a black and 2 life. When we do, we can return a target non-land permanent with mana 3 or less from our graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. This is really strong all by itself, and we can use it to combo with something like Starscape Cleric. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses life. So if we attack with 4 bats, we'll gain 4 life, and they will lose 4 life. If we had the offspring, they would lose 8 instead. So that's a really nice combo. Obviously, something like Deep Cavern Bat has lifelink, another way to gain life. Whenever creatures come in, we'll be gaining life. Even our removal lets us gain life. So there's a lot of life gain in here. Whenever we gain or lose life, our bats all get +1 and Death Touch, also relevant. And Dark Star lets us, at the beginning of our upkeep, reveal the top card of our library and put it in our hand, and then we lose life equal to its mana value. So there's some ways to gain and lose life here, which works really well with Lunar Convocation. At the beginning of your end step, if you've gained life this turn, each opponent loses another life. And at the beginning of your end step, if you both gained and lost life, we're going to create a 1/1 bat token with flying. So I have just been having so much fun seeing how much I can combo these cards together. And finally, if we need a big creature, we have Essence Channeler. As long as we've lost life this turn, Essence Channeler has flying and vigilance. And whenever we gain life, which is going to be all the time, every turn, Essence Channeler gets +1 counters. And when it dies, we can put its counters on another creature. For example, we can put those onto our Zoraline for another big vigilance creature. So this deck is a lot of fun. Let's see how we can do in some standard matches. Okay, we've got our first hand. These look pretty good. We've got the bats that we need. And they are playing black. So I'm going to try and play out a card that I don't mind if it dies. I don't want my Essence Channeler dying, so I'm going to start out with Life Creed Duo. And then if they happen to remove it, it's not the end of the world. Yep, there it is. So they're playing black and have some removal. They leave it back up to us, and we have 3 mana available. I bet they have another removal spell, so let's cast out Starscape right here. They'll probably remove it. Okay, they're leaving it up for now, so that's good news. Alright, they're gonna get rid of it. Totally fine. We have another one of those. We just have to kind of bleed them out of their removal and see what they go for. I guess they're gonna be a mid-range deck. We have to discard a card. I would really like to get to 5 mana to bring out this offspring. And they're gonna have bigger creatures, so we can get rid of Cut Down. There's our Zoraline. And we have Essence Channeler. Let's play our Fabled Passage. We are going to look for, I think, a black swamp. If we bring out Essence Channeler, then we can use Sonar Strike on the hostile investigator, and we will pass. If we control a bat, we also gain life. And whenever we gain life, we'll put a +1 counter on our Essence Channeler. So let's see if this can resolve. Okay, we gain life. Throw our Essence Channeler. Let's see if we can survive another removal spell, or if they've run out of steam. Next turn, we might be able to play both of our clerics with the Offspring ability, or we might just go for bringing out Zoraline. If we do this, we might be able to return some... Oh, we have to discard. Okay. Oh, this could work out. Let's discard this, and maybe Zoraline can bring it back. Unfortunately, we did not draw a land, so we'll just bring out Zoraline. Not use its ability this turn. Attack. Gain life. Essence Channeler growing in strength and getting some good damage in. Now we are going to lose some life for having a small hand if they upgrade this bandit's talent. That's not that good for us, but we do have our combo pieces coming together. Hopefully they don't remove too much of our board. Another Zoraline. This is not that great. Okay, this is interesting. So Shieldred makes us lose 2 life when we draw a card. And whenever we lose life, Essence Channeler gets Flying and Vigilance. So right now, I guess every turn that Shieldred's alive, they won't be able to block Essence Channeler. So let's attack and activate Zoraline's ability. I want that to happen first. Let's pay and bring back Starscape Cleric. Now we get +1 counters, and they lose life every time we gain life. Ooh, that was a fantastic turn. If they don't have any responses, I think we're going to take over this game and win. Even with a Shieldred out, it doesn't matter. We just get a flying 6/6, which will get 3 +1 counters on their turn, and then they lose 3 life just as we attack. So awesome combo. We can even use this ability again from Zoraline to bring back another Starscape Cleric. So things are looking really, really strong right now. Oh, Giggs' command. Put 2 +1 counters. I didn't even get to read it. Return 2 creatures from the graveyard. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. Put 2 +1 counters, and they gain lifelink. Okay, so they're trying to heal here with their Shieldred. Let's put our +1 counters on our Zoraline. It has Death Touch. I don't want to lose a creature this big right now, so let's just take it to the face. And we want to play a bat. See if there's any threats in their hand that we can get rid of. Cut down is interesting. Let's get rid of cut down because they would just be able to kill our bat anyways. Swing in and return a creature. We're going to bring back another Cleric, so they lose 2 life every time we gain 1 life. There we go. We got it. Just enough math to get the kill. That was very, very satisfying and a lot of fun. The combos are just great. Okay, we did pretty well against that mid-range deck. Let's see how this next round goes. Red, black. We'll go for our Fabled Passage, and let's bring out a Swamp. They didn't play anything, so I'm guessing that they are holding removal up. Let's see if we can get rid of it with our Deep Cavern Bat. It's a little bit of a risk here. Ooh, the infamous Cruel Claw. I actually don't know what this does. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land. You may cast it by discarding. Shieldred. We're not scared of Shieldred. After our last game, I think Shieldred actually helps us, and we gain enough life that it's not a big deal. 3 mana, discard this, deal 3 damage to a creature or planeswalker. Alright, well, the downside is they have enough mana to next turn be able to discard this and kill our bat. So we have to choose that card so that our bat can at least survive. Cruel Claw, I would like to get rid of immediately, but I don't think my cut down can kill it. That is some bad news. Oh shoot, what are we gonna do here? We could go to set up more life gain, or we could set up card advantage. I'm very scared of this Cruel Claw, so let's move quickly and bring out this card. This card says at the beginning of our upkeep, we'll reveal the top card of our library, put it in our hand, and lose life equal to its mana value. So this will at least let us draw into some answers for Cruel Claw. Because, let me read this. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, exile cards from the top of your library. So one option is to leave these alive and block so he can't get his trigger off. I can't let him cast things for free, so unfortunately, let's leave them back to defend. This is not a favorable trade, but I can't let him deal damage to us. That would hurt. All right, it turned out okay. I mean, 1 card for his card, totally fine. We can't kill Shieldred with this either. Okay, we'll lose some life. Totally fine. Let's bring out this card right here. Now we have Death Touch, so if they attack, we are threatening to kill them with our Death Touch bat. And we'll attack with our Deep Cavern Bats. Luckily, having 2 Shieldreds on their team means they can only play 1 because it's legendary. So they kind of have a dead card in their hand, but it also means they might be willing to trade because they have a backup. Okay, whenever he attacks a player with the most life, creates a vampire. Whenever he attacks while you have the most life, draw a card and lose a life. Yeah, I'm very curious if he'll attack or not. Okay. I also cannot kill Preacher with my cut down. Maybe we should remove it. I don't know. Lose 2 life. Whenever we lose or gain life, our creatures get +1 in Death Touch. And this is lifelink, so again, it's not that hard to survive Shieldred with this deck. And this is a good opportunity to play Life Creed Duo. And then we'll bring in Essence Channeler, gain a life, trigger its ability. Here we go. It gets a +1 counter. That's awesome. And then this is where we put these in here. This comes in tapped and we gain a life. Get another +1 counter. Oh, it's so satisfying. And I'll leave this Death Touch bat behind just so that their Shieldred does not swing in. We will swing in with the... You know, I'm rethinking this. I think we want to attack with both because we don't want them to get free vampire tokens if they have the most life. So let's swing in with both bats. Gain another life, get another counter. I mean, this card is just so satisfying. Already a 5/4. Wait, what happened? Were we tied for the most life? I don't think we were. Apparently we were. Okay. What are we gonna do here? Do we want to take a hit? I think we do. we can gain so much life in this deck that we don't need to block, but having more bats, especially if we get Zorleen, is big. Blast Zone. It has a charge counter. Sacrifice it to destroy each permanent with mana value equal to the number of counters on Blast Zone. All right. I'm telling you, this deck is just so exciting. We lose life, flying. Let's bring out this with the Offspring. So whenever we gain life, they're going to lose a life, which is going to happen. Bring in 2 creatures, gain 2 life, and they lose 2 life from Life Creed Duo. Oh, they're going to destroy all creatures with 1 mana. Let's see what happens here. So gain life, get +1 counters, and then both of the Starscapes deal damage. There's a lot of triggers going on here. Oh, they just tapped it for mana. Okay. I was kind of worried they're going to do something there. Not that familiar with the Blast Zone. Now we can attack out and do big damage with all of our bats. We'll also get lifelink and get more counters. Things are going great. Yes! They surrender. I love a good combo deck, and I think most people don't know how strong bats are right now. So we're just going to keep giving this a shot and seeing how far we can go. Seems like a decent hand. I don't mind having Fabled Passage on turn 1. We can just sacrifice it, turn it into anything that we want. And typically I want to have more black mana available because of these Offspring costs. We actually have 4 mana, so maybe we should go for our tapped land first. I think that's probably smart. Gain a life, and they're playing frogs. Hopefully they attack and we can kill it. This is a pretty key part of their strategy. Okay, whenever a creature comes to target a spell, yeah, this is pretty strong. They can put +1 counters on their creatures if we trigger them. They're adding a lot of pressure. They're going to be able to have a 4/4 on their next turn. So let's save this and kill it on their next turn and bring out our bat so that when we gain life, this will also grow. So we'll play a bit of a longer strategy here. Let's see how this goes. Oh, you know what? I thought this Paw Patch would trigger, so he's just a 3/3. That's not as scary. Hopefully he attacks. Ooh, Rabbit with the Offspring. All right. He's a 3/3 now. Let's bring out the caves, and I would like to Sonar Strike, but I don't want to use the cave. Oh yeah, we can use this. So Sonar Strike. Deal 4 damage. Now we don't have Flying and Vigilance, and their creatures are getting big. We're going to have to approach this game very carefully and keep an eye on our bats. I do think bringing out these Dark Stars are going to be important. As long as we don't lose all of our life too quickly, which could happen. Death Touch, Haste, Ward. Okay, 4/4, 2/2, 3/2. I really don't want my Essence Channeler to die, but we're looking at 9 damage. We'll be down to 10. Let's trade. As much as it hurts to say, I think we just have to be very careful here. Okay, this Death Touch is pretty huge because that could slow them down a little bit. Let's bring out our Fabled Passage. We'll go for a swamp again. Bring out this so that we have a Death Toucher. Trade with their Ferox if they attack. Let's see what they do here. So far, this is a mono green deck, which is first time I've seen it. Oh no, Hunter's Talent. They can, oh gosh, Innkeeper's Talent. We might not make it out alive. This card has gone up a lot in paper recently too. I think it's like, yeah, worth almost as much as the land from the set. We might be dead, but let's put these out. I mean, we can use them as blockers, and hopefully we don't kill ourselves, but we have to take risks right now. There's no way we're going to win this playing safe. They have a very strong board, which is going to be growing. Oh my goodness. All right. Put a +1 counter on a creature. 4/4 with trample. It'd be nice if these bats had Death Touch, but they do not. Down to 1. I don't think we can come back from this. Play a land. Okay, let's see. I need to get 3 creatures out. So this is 5 mana for 2 creatures. This is 4 mana. So we could do this, and then Essence Channeler. But even this Trampler is going to be our problem here. We don't have enough blocks to survive, so I think we are dead on this round. Another Ferox. Wow. Well, nice. That's pretty good deck. Not mad about it. They did a good job. We can't block it out. That was strong. Aggro green. Pretty interesting to go against. Well, that was my bat deck. I've been really enjoying it. And this is the first videos of this format that I've done. Seems like similar to a lot of other people in this space do them. I think Cut Down could come out of this deck and switch it with something else. But overall, this is so fun to combo off. And if you liked it, go ahead and subscribe and let me know what I should do next. I hope you have a good one.